Hey guys, it's SterlingW. I just got myself this Duracell Powerblock 500 gasless battery generator. So this is basically a battery with a 500 watt inverter. It's meant for camping, meant for capturing power from solar. It's also meant to work remotely or when you're want to go off the grid, that sort of stuff. But I'm gonna go ahead and do an unboxing video first because I have much more in-depth video for an actual review where I actually do put a lot of load on this and see if this thing actually lasts that long. So it's gonna be a fun video that's gonna be coming up, so definitely like and subscribe. We'll do full testing of this later in the next video, but for this video it's purely an unboxing as well as a view of the instruction manual and other stats on this thing, so it's pretty interesting. Now the box itself says it has all the hours and stuff of how long this will last. There's a 2-year warranty, and the instruction manual actually goes deeper into this. The interesting thing is that on this box it actually says it's 491 watt hours, but at the same time in the actual specs it's actually 478 in the manual, and you'll see it later as well as on the unit. Taking it out of the box, it's basically well packaged, and there's a lot of plastic and one big plastic bag, but it's very simple. It's just basically that Duracell power station, this Powerblock 500, and it's very lightweight. It's roughly around 10 pounds, so not heavy at all. There is a fan on one side as well as a AC input in the back, also a solar input with a Anderson connector, and the handle is really good. It's actually quite balanced, which is nice. The only buttons are in the front where it shows the display, also the USB powering, and also the AC inverter and the 12 volt power. So right now it comes with about 74 moving on. Basically, it is pretty lightweight. Now, opening up the manual, I'm going to go ahead and let you just fast forward if you need to, but I'm going through each of these sections so that if you want to read it anymore, you can go ahead and pause it. It basically shows the LCD screen and how to get started. Plugging it into the AC outlet, it takes roughly around 7 hours, because when I plugged it in, it seems to go at about like 70 watts of charge, from the wall and into that charger that's built in. It's nice that it actually has a regular power cord instead of having to have a brick that comes with it. Another thing is that it takes 4 hours to charge with solar, but that's only with a 200 watt solar panel array or something. So your results will probably differ. And of course, there's you could do multiple items connecting it, but you want to keep it under that of 500 watts for the system. So here they also list a typical run times with the different wattages and stuff. I'm mostly interested in a refrigerator at 78 watts, and that's gonna be 7 hours roughly. Now in the next video, I'm gonna do a much more heavier duty test, because I'm gonna use fans as well as my work computer or my my editing station, because I want to take that with me when I go either camping or on road trips and stuff, so I can edit videos. So that actually takes a lot of power. So here's the troubleshooting guide if you want to take a look at the troubleshooting guide as well. And of course there's all these safety stuff. The fun part is the maintenance and the other ones, and also the specs. So looking down at the specs, here it is. As you can see in the specs, it says that the total input is like 200 watts, but the same for solar, and then for the actual capacity was like 478 max watt hours. So take that for what it's worth. It's different from what it says on the box, which was 491. So that's really about it. Anyways, guys, that's about it for the manual and stuff. Like I said, you could totally use this to reference and take a look at. Now I'm gonna go ahead and plug it in, and I'm gonna start making it out of the video. Once you plug this in, it actually turns on the cooling fan for the battery. So I guess it's to protect it, but all it takes is that simple standard cord, which is nice. But at the same time, it does have that fan noise that comes out, and you can hear it right now. It blows pretty far. It blows about 2 or 3 feet on the right side, and it's charging at about 82, 83 on average watts coming in. So it's actually pretty good. Like I said, this will probably take 6 or 7 hours according to what the manual says, and I kind of believe it. I'm just glad it doesn't come with like a brick and stuff. So while it's charging, of course you could probably turn on the stuff, but I don't think I want to do that. But anyways, look forward for the next video because I'm gonna go do a full review as well as a full run of what I could start using for and what the actual times are. So stay tuned for that one. It'll be a lot of fun, especially with the Xbox. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. It's SterlingW. I hope this video was helpful to you, or no, I hope this unboxing was helpful to you. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.